Hi everyone, welcome back to the Youth Insights podcast, sponsored by Brawn and Brains Gym. Today, we are going to discuss a severely under-addressed topic, that is Gen Z or Generation Z.
Okay, so today's podcast is going to be very introspective. Before we begin all the chit chat, I want to introduce Lakshit. So Lakshit has been all of our classmate for the past 9 years approximately, and he has been born and brought up in Delhi NCR. So I think we can get really great insights about what is the next gen thinking and what we plan ahead for ourselves. Also, this podcast will be very very introspective. We will look inwards and try to bring some valuable output out of this conversation. Okay, so Arav, do you want to start with?
So, starting from the very start, let's go on to the original naming of our generation. So, though I don't know the factual source how our generation got its name Gen Z, I heard a stand-up comedian crack a joke. It was something like the person or the group of people that named our generation knew that our generation was so doomed that there wouldn't be any future ahead of us. Hence, the name Gen Z.
So I checked the actual origination. So in the name Gen Z, the Z actually stands for Zoomers. So Zoomers basically refers to this generation because we have, extensively surfed the web. We have been on the internet. Hence the name Gen Z. Z stands for Zoomers. Okay, so that's the origination of the name. Now I think हमें डिस्कस करना चाहिए कि एग्जैक्टली हमारा जो ये जनरेशन है जेन जी वो उसका थिंकिंग प्रोसेस कैसे है चीज़ों को लेके प्लस व्हाट we are actually thinking forward for the future. Okay, so I think actually you started. So my question to you will be, what does Gen Z think about its career in the next 5-6 years?
I think Gen Z is moving more towards an independent lifestyle. Like they are looking forward to get a degree first and 2-3 years of work experience. Then starting their own tenure and working towards it.
Yeah, so Lakshit, I don't know about the degree and all part. I think the college dropout or the percentage of people leaving education after high school, I think is significantly increasing now. But out of the people who are attending colleges, I think the diversity has significantly increased. Agree to both of you. So I saw some facts and I got to know that जो 62% ऑफ जेनजीज है वो स्टार्टअप्स करना चाह रहे हैं तो राइटली सेड बाय लक्षित कि इंडिपेंडेंट लाइफस्टाइल की तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं ऑब्वियसली वर्क एक्सपीरियंस चाह रहे हैं ताकि उनका स्टार्टअप्स बेटर ग्रो करे बट हाँ ज़्यादातर जेनजीज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप की तरफ ही मूव कर रहे हैं
Okay, so startup or business is, a great fraction of what Gen Z are thinking. Also, one very major change and a good change, I believe, Lakshit you would have observed, is so just to give a brief, Lakshit plays professional cricket. Lakshit and we both play professional cricket. And okay, so elaborating more on that, actually, Lakshit, what do you think has the outlook towards sports in cricket and various other sports which are played in India? Has parents or millennials outlook towards sports change?
Yeah, definitely. Like previously, parents used to be like, do engineering, doctor बनो लड़का हुआ तो engineer लड़की हुई तो doctor वाला scene था. लेकिन अब it's more like choose your passion and काफी सारे बच्चे like majority of the people I know obviously are into sports and their parents are also supporting them as well. Like उनके support के बिना it's like nearly impossible. So their outlook has obviously changed and like they have become more open-minded.
Okay, so open-mindedness is definitely one thing. But do you think this open-mindedness, which has overall come into the Gen Z culture, is, somewhere impacting the conservative values, religious values, which were in our country before this, Western culture was, brought into India? Arav, what are your views on?
Definitely, this shift in the trend is quite visible. I think that in the current generation, as compared to the previous generations, the the percentage of religious people or the people who are deeply connected with their roots and cultures is significantly less. I think that our generation is a generation of explorers. We tend to experiment and explore new things. We are definitely very adventurous, I believe.
Okay, that's very true actually. So Gen Z do more of exploring. They're very adventurous. They like to travel, explore, many new things. And that's actually good. That's really good because see, traveling opens a whole new set of opportunities to a person, helps them gain a lot more exposure to the outside world, and that's a good thing. But also, it has been seen that it is affecting some conservative values which were in the families, and that's not really a good thing. And it's very evident that people are losing their religious values. They are not connected with their culture, and that's not actually good. So that's one thing which I believe everyone
Coming on
we
to
should-
the religious beliefs, I think there are two perspectives. One is that people are focusing more on religion, like they are getting onto it. कि आप लोग ज़्यादा religion को follow कर रहे हैं पहले से, उनका mindset change हो रहा है. लेकिन दूसरा पर्सपेक्टिव ये भी है कि कुछ लोगों को ये लगता है कि हाँ पॉजिटिव एनर्जी तो है पर भगवान नहीं है. सो देर आर बोथ काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स.
नहीं तो विभो देख, मेरा क्या मानना है, तो दिस वेस्टर्न कल्चर, जेनजी कल्चरिज्म कहते हैं, इंडिया में तो डेवलप हुआ नहीं है. लेट्स बी वेरी ट्रू अबाउट इट. ये बेसिकली मेनली वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज से हमारे पास आ रहा है, राइट. जो यूएस में फैशन होता है, यूएस में रैपिंग होती है, वो सब शिफ्ट करके इंडिया में आ रहा है, क्योंकि ठीक है ग्लोबलाइजेशन है, वी आर लिविंग इन अ ग्लोबल विलेज एज वी सी इट. लेकिन इंडिया की जो कंजर्वेटिव वैल्यूज़ हैं, हमारे जो रिलीजन्स हैं, ठीक है, हमारे जो भी कल्चर है, फेस्टिवल्स हैं, जो सब हम करते हैं, वेस्टर्न कल्चर का उस पर कहीं ना कहीं इम्पैक्ट है, राइट.
एग्जैक्टली, क्योंकि इंडिया के लोगों को एक्सपोजर बहुत ज़्यादा मिल गया है ना
हाँ.
ड्यू टू दिस. तो इसकी वजह से ऑब्वियसली कल्चरल ट्रेंड्स पे थोड़ा इफेक्ट तो पड़ेगा, लेकिन बोथ साइड्स ऑफ कॉइन्स हैव डिफरेंट इम्पैक्ट. तो या मतलब एक्सपोजर मिल रहा है तो कुछ चीज़ें बेटर भी हो रही है, लेकिन कुछ चीज़ें ख़राब भी हो रही है.
ओके, करेक्ट.
Definitely, like as you rightly said, that there are always two sides to a coin. So on the positive side, we are all seeing a lot of interracial, international, or interreligious marriages as well. But on the other hand, I would rather say that leaving your country and forgetting your roots is, I think, a mistake, because everyone can learn a lot from them, frankly.
Okay, so yes, definitely true, Arav. A great point mentioned by you. Indians are now, extensively going to foreign countries for education, to settle abroad, to gain, better lifestyle, going to developed countries. So definitely there is a brain drain occurring in our country. It also has both, good and bad sides. So
Like speaking in terms of economics, because losing sharp talent like Ajay Banga, Sundar Pichai, Satya Nadella, definitely if they had remained in India, we would have been at a very different level.
okay, so expanding more on the international people moving internationally, Gen Z moving internationally. I think India's education system somewhere is failing because the content is mainly theory based, and people don't want theory based content. They want practicals to actually apply those principles practically into their lives, and that is what the foreign universities have globally mastered, of how to give people theory knowledge as well as a holistic practical knowledge about their relative subjects. So that is also a very big reason why Gen Z is going abroad for studies.
So definitely that globalization attracts things that we don't have, because we don't actually think until we have lost them, right? So my father also says in a ironical manner कि अगर USA का कोई ऐसी चीज़ भी आ जाए तब भी हम इंडियंस पक्का ले लेंगे, बट अगर पाकिस्तान का सोना भी आ जाए तब भी हम इग्नोर कर देंगे, राइट? सो इट शोज़ आवर माइंडसेट्स कि we are progressing, but in a very biased manner, and we are only cherry picking the attractive parts of all the globalization and interconnectedness we have.
Absolutely true. So out of all four of us, Ara, you are actually choosing to study abroad as a. So what made you actually make the choice of not, getting into a university in India, but going abroad and getting admissions over there?
Yeah, so to address it shortly, as you rightly said, one part is the curriculum, then would be to actually work with the diverse and intellectual brain from that comes there from around the world, because the top universities have applicants from all over the world. And I think that it would be a very long video, and I think we should leave it for some another episode, right? Because I could go on for hours and hours on it.
Let's dive deep into the Gen Z culture. So basically, there has been a significant change in fashion, trends, clothing style, and songs, a lot of upcoming rappers. There are, TV shows which basically show this Gen Z culture. There's a show called Asan, which brings on rappers, various new singers, and we have seen many new artists coming in India that sing really well, that rap really well, and many have even started to perform internationally, and that's a great thing.
Yeah, Arman, I don't think that anyone could have said it better than you. So, just to address it in a very frank manner, हम इंडिया में कुर्ते पजामे से जीन्स शर्ट पे आ गए. इन द वेस्ट फ्रॉम कल्चरली टक्सीडोज और सूट्स, entire suits and pants, they have also shifted to the pajamas, hoodies and all. So I think Gen Z has its own language, and for several generations I think the constraint bubble has been building up, and our generation was the first to burst it up.
So, my message, and I think our message to everybody watching this podcast would be to, adopt the Western culture, adopt the good parts of it. But if we see our Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister, he still wears the clothes of India. When he visits internationally recently, he went to the G7 summit, he was still wearing the kurta pajama, which is the traditional outfit of India. And I think we should adopt Western culture, we should learn about it, we should adopt the good things which it has given to us, but we should not ever forget our roots and obviously stay connected to it.
Right. So, sorry to interrupt, Vibhor, but I don't think that if people follow the ISKCON Foundation or not, I'm not arguing about its credibility or anything, but a lot of Westerners are actually adopting into Hinduism and leading a simple lifestyle that ISKCON has taught them, right? So, it shows that our roots have also something that could be significantly valued. And if we dive deeper into our roots, we could surely find treasure in it.
We said we have seen that the Western people are following our roots, and whereas we are kind of shifting towards their culture. So that's a very contrasting thing about us and our culture. And coming to this music, so before 2000s or in the 90s, there was a kind of that OG kind of music which was going on, like the sad type of songs or the romantic type of songs, but coming to the 20s, we have seen that there are a lot of changes in the taste of music, right? The rappers coming off, we have talked about the show Hustle. So we have seen that many rappers like MC Square and Paradox have come up from small cities and places, and they have grown a lot that they are performing internationally now. So yeah, there is a very big shift, but what I believe is there is still a part of Gen Zs who likes to hear that OG type of music, that kind of romantic songs or sad songs.
So mainly, as I think Vibhor, what you said was very true also. But what I believe is Gen Z in 2024, mainly the highest age bracket of Gen Zs belong to age between 15 to 24, 25, I believe. And those songs which were composed earlier in the days in the 90s, I think sooner or later when we grow up and we understand the very essence of music, I think we would also shift toward the music which was made in the past. Right now we are young, we have to get the rush of blood, we hear those rap songs, and yeah, I think that's just a age matter.
Yeah,
in that.
I don't think that there is nothing wrong to adapting what the world has in trend right now. But I also believe that a significant portion of our generation is still listening to the 19s classics, both in India and the West or the East part. And that a significant portion is still very true to its root, while the rest might have transferred.
Now I think it's time to address something which is quite big, which has, affected our generation quite widely, which is there is something called our attention span, which has significantly reduced due to the bringing of social media. So basically, when you guys or all of us watch reels or shorts, we have been accustomed to watching short form content. So what it has done to us is कि हम ज़्यादा देर बैठ के कोई भी ऐसा कंटेंट या मूवी नहीं देख सकते जो एक्चुअली वैल्यूएबल होती है. तो इस पॉडकास्ट को बनाते हुए भी जब इसको शूट कर रहे हैं, हमने अभी अपना फर्स्ट सेकंड एपिसोड रिलीज़ किया, उसमें the main feedback which we have received is कि 1 hour is quite long for a podcast, which is not actually true. In the world of podcast, 1 hour is quite less, and majorly podcast का जो median time होता है that is between 1.5 hour to 2 hours.
Right.
So before starting this podcast, we thought कि 60 minute pod रखते हैं, 60 minutes का podcast एकदम concise, concentrated form में release करेंगे, easily acceptable होगा सबके लिए. पर हमें जो backlash आया होता कि 1 घंटा is very long. पर तो इससे काफ़ी इफेक्ट पड़ता है सब चीज़ों के ऊपर, वेदर इट ऑल्सो इफेक्ट्स योर स्टडीज़, पढ़ाई में काफ़ी इम्पैक्ट है, मूवीज़ या कुछ टैंजिबल इंटरव्यू डॉक्यूमेंट्री भी नहीं देख पाते लोग ठीक से, इसमें काफ़ी इम्पैक्ट है, और ओवरऑल माइंड सेट शिफ्ट हो जाता है नहीं उनका, वो उनका फोकस और अटेंशन इज़ ग्रेटली अफेक्टेड बाय सोशल मीडिया.
Definitely. So I think that the trigger point was COVID. I think prior to COVID, our attention span was quite average, especially for me, as I was completely not in touch with any form of social media whatsoever. For a fact, I didn't even have a phone. But as COVID happened, my parents were working from home. The classes were happening, so I had to get a phone and a laptop. And the exposure, the unwanted exposure, I would rather say, to social media like WhatsApp and Instagram, X, Snapchat, whatever it is, has significantly reduced our attention span. After COVID, the average attention span of, I think it was the entire world, or I think it was Gen Z only, has reduced to a mere 41 seconds. Nothing can be truly done within the span, within this short span, right? So I think we have completely thrashed our attention span, completely thrashed the functioning of our brains, and it is actually one of the factors that has contributed to our doom. And if the comedic origin of our name holds true, this would be one of the biggest reason.
Also, after the COVID span, there has been a drain in the patience level of people. लोगों को बैठा के आप 1 मिनट की 50-60 रीलें दिखा लो, वो देख लेंगे, लेकिन एक 50 मिनट की ढंग की वीडियो दिखाओ तो लगेगा कि 50 मिनट कौन बैठेगा.
एग्जैक्टली.
एड ऑन टू विबोर, 50 मिनट की ढंग की वीडियो नहीं, 50 सेकंड की आप ढंग की एजुकेशनल वीडियो, मैथ्स की वीडियो दिखा दो, इनफैक्ट फॉर अ फैक्ट वो नहीं देख पाएंगे, बहुत लोग नहीं देख पाएंगे इन टुडेज टाइम, राइट?
Okay, so my question to Lakshit is, has this attention span issue, somehow spiraled into your studies or your sports activities?
So I think like there are 2 types of activities. One which you are interested in, or second in which you are not, like lesser interested, I would rather say. So lot more interested one, sports for me is like it has not, the attention span has not affected my sports per se. Like the thing you enjoy, you don't see the clock in that time, and when you start seeing the clock, it means you have got all the satiety out of it. And when I talk about studies, yes, it has affected. Like थोड़े टाइम में होता है, लाइक बैठा पढ़ा थोड़ा टाइम, फिर उठो, घूम कर आओ, एक चक्कर ऑटो करके फिर आके पढ़ो. तो एक सीटिंग में, जैसे कहते हैं ना, हमारी एज में जो 3-4 घंटे बैठ के इन अ सीटिंग वो पढ़ना चाहिए, वो मुश्किल हो गया है, लाइक पहले से.
देखिए, मैंने देखा है कि ज़्यादातर ऐसे स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन भी होते हैं, और जिन लोगों ने एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स क्रैक करे होते हैं, द थिंग विच दे हैविंग कॉमन दिस इज कि वी वर टोटली ऑफ ऑफ सोशल मीडिया, और हमारा स्क्रीन टाइम वाज लेस देन अ आवर पर डे. If we see at the average screen time of a Gen Z, it is not less than I would say 5 to 6 hours per day, and that's not good. तो इसका impact तो personally मेरे को भी feel होता है कि जब मैं पढ़ने बैठता हूँ, so I can't study for more than 1.5 hours at max. उसके बाद मेरे को at least 10 मिनट का तो break चाहिए ही चाहिए. उसके बाद मैं दोबारा बैठ के एक long stretch खींचवाऊँगा 1.5 घंटे का वापस से. Okay, so that's very true.
I read a report on this, and to add my observation, I would rather divide the entire our generation Z into 2 parts. One would be the average people, and one would be the disciplined people, right? So I think that the disciplined people haven't lost, or have marginally lost their ability to study for a long time. Or as Carl Newport said in his book Deep Work, he said that deep work requires or it refers to the ability of doing cognitively demanding skills in a distraction-free environment for long period of hours, right? So I think that there is a small portion of our generation that still exists that could study for hours and hours at a stretch without complaining at all. While for others, I think the situation has gotten so worse that after every 5 minutes they have to check the clock. I remember I read a report that after COVID-19 happened, the sale of time management courses had skyrocketed. And one peculiar observation I had made is before COVID, there were really rare YouTube channels that were focused on study with me. So if you are not familiar with it, it is it is a concept where some YouTubers starts a live stream and they study for long hours, like 12 hours, 10 hours or so, with of course 10 minutes break intervals in between. So the viewership on these channels has also significantly increased, and surely these a lot more of these channels have come up after COVID-19.
एक बार हमारी बात करते हुए one thing which I want to clarify to all the viewers is conversation में there is some level of hypocrisy involved. Now the reason I'm saying so is right now we were totally against the short form content और reels and shorts, और हम personally अपने channel के लिए shorts और reels develop करते हैं. That is solely to reach the audience और ज़्यादातर लोगों तक पहुँच पाना, ठीक है. So that is essential to do, and we can't stop it because you can't go against the trend. If you start going absolutely in the reverse way, it won't play out good for you. So that's the reason कि हम भी short form content produce करते हैं और हमने podcast को already 2 घंटे से कम करके 1 घंटे पे ले आए हैं, condense कर दिए हैं काफ़ी हद तक. So yeah, that is what I want to clarify.
I think that when the entire world goes left and going right is a really courageous step, right?
Foolish or courageous. There is a very fine line between.
Foolish or courageous, whatever you want to say, but if you know that the left is a foolish step, then going right is could be termed as courageous. But what I was trying to say is when the world is demanding short form content to make our podcast a lucrative opportunity for us all to reach masses and educate them and provide infotainment to them, of course producing short form content was not only a must for us but a must for the masses as well.
Very good. Okay, so I think we all should address collectively, which is change in fashion and clothing overall. So in the beginning we addressed it as कि हमारे जो original कपड़े होते जैसे कुर्ता पजामा या धोती वगैरह हो गया, that has changed to now wearing jeans, shirts and oversized shirts maybe. So वो fashion में काफ़ी shift हुआ है. So Lakshit, do you want to establish a timeline कि पहले कपड़े ऐसे हो करते थे और अब currently हम क्या पहन रहे हैं?
Like काफ़ी सारे इस बात पे कंटेंट भी चल रहा है बिफोर कोविड और आफ्टर कोविड में. बिफोर कोविड में होती थी लाइक एंकल एंड जीन्स, स्किनी जीन्स, है ना, और साथ में लोफर्स या स्किनी शूज़, फ्लैट शूज़. अब इट हैज़ वेरी मच चेंज टू चंकी शूज़ and baggy vans and baggy clothes. Like I think these type of clothes are obviously more comfortable and I do prefer them. So yeah.
See, it is not always about comfort, like people wearing extra skinny clothes, extra tight clothes just to look good or to please others is also something that our generation is doing a lot, and not for just personal comfort or personal satisfaction, but rather I think that a lot of people do it today just to please others and get their social validation, right? I think the trend that was there in between the torn jeans trend or the excessively short clothes trend that was there, it was completely, absolutely ridiculous. Like, why would you ever dress to please or gain validation of people that you don't even know?
So I think we should address something which is quite serious right now in our society, and I have quite strong views upon it. And before establishing the point, I would like to say कि मैं कोई जज नहीं हूँ या यहाँ पे कोई भी आपको ये नहीं बताना चाह रहा कि आपको अपनी लाइफ कैसे जीनी चाहिए. It's your life, it's your free choice, whatever you want to do, however you want to do. But हमारा जस्ट ये काम है कि हम अपना ओपिनियन और हमारा जो हमें लगता है कि वैल्यूएबल आउटपुट है हम आपको शेयर कर पाएँ. सो द पॉइंट आई एम ट्राइंग टू एस्टैब्लिश इज द वे वुमेन आर बीइंग शोन इन टुडे सोसाइटी इज़ नॉट करेक्ट. उनको जिस तरीके से रिप्रेजेंटेशन मिल रहा है या जो भी चीज़ें हो रही है दो और सोसाइटी के लिए ठीक नहीं है.
I would rather ask you, or rather ask all three of you, what do you think is wrong with our generation?
I think is the major effect, मतलब जो सबसे ज़्यादा इफ़ेक्ट कर रहा है जेनजीज़ को वो है टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिवाइसेस, क्योंकि उनकी वजह से उनका इन रियल सोशल इंटरेक्शन बहुत कम हो गया है, लेकिन ऑनलाइन सोशल इंटरेक्शन तो बढ़ गया है, विच इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ गुड थिंग. बट ऑल्सो बहुत इफेक्ट आया, क्योंकि लोग चाहते ही नहीं हैं कि IRL में मिले। ठीक है, अगर हम दो बात कर रहे हैं तो हम चाह रहे हैं कि कॉल पे बात करते हैं ना, क्यों इतनी धूप में क्यों मिलना है। ठीक है, सो व्हाट आई थिंक इज टेक्नोलॉजिकल डिवाइसेस हैज इफेक्टेड अ लॉट फ्रॉम लाइक आफ्टर द 90s, बिकॉज उससे पहले इतनी डिवाइसेस थी नहीं, तो IRL इंटरेक्शन बहुत ज़्यादा था।
और इसकी वजह से लाइक साइबर क्राइम का भी बढ़ गया है। टर्म कॉल्ड साइबर बुलिंग। नाउ बेसिकली young kids they become prey to
राइट,
people जो उनका बेसिकली फ़ायदा उठा लेते हैं इन द
इट कैन बी सेड कि जेनजीज उनके अडल्ट से थोड़े सोशली ज़्यादा एक्टिव है, बट वो सोशली एक्टिव है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म्स या फिर ऑनलाइन गेम्स के थ्रू। बट उस सोशल इंटरेक्शन से बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यू करता है इन रियल सोशल इंटरेक्शन, जो बहुत ही कम हो चुका है आज के टाइम में। सो दैट इज़ अ मेजर सेटबैक व्हाट आई बिलीव।
दैट्स वन थिंग। Lakshit, anything you want to say कि हमारी जनरेशन के साथ क्या चीज़ ठीक होगी?
Adding up to Vibhor's point, he's right. Like technology has both pros and cons, but technology has helped us a lot in like if ठीक है बाहर environment अच्छा नहीं मिल सकते, obviously अभी 50 डिग्री क्रॉस हो रहा है, तुम कहाँ मिलोगे यार? तो अच्छा ऑनलाइन मिल लो, बात
Surely, our generation has made friends that exceed or go beyond the geographical boundaries of countries. Of course, I could be sitting right here and have friends in, say, Australia, US, UK, or whatever country I want to make friends in. And like it has, as you rightly said, it has its pros and cons, because the pros being कि मैं अपने कमरे के comfort से बैठ के बात कर रहा हूँ, it doesn't help me like actual enhance my actual interaction skills. Like I wouldn't know how to actually maintain the posture, voice modulation, or move my hands. But at the same time, कि फिर वही बात है कि you could like online interactions possess a vast chance of making a lot of friends.
I think we should address a major topic about Gen Z. There's a term, again, I have super strong views on it, which is called depression. आजकल मतलब हर तीसरे चौथे बंदे से मिलो वैसे कहता है कि मेरी लाइफ तो बड़ी डिप्रेसिव है, मैं तो डिप्रेशन में हूँ, आई एम वेरी सैड, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा। ठीक है, और ज़बरदस्ती हर कोई ऐसा एक्ट करता है ऐसे कितने सैड हो, सब जगह सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट किया ज़िंदगी ख़राब चल रही है, ये हो रहा है वो हो रहा है, सैड गाने लगाएंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे। तो ये वो इस पे तेरे क्या व्यूज़ है?
You know, yeah, actually what I believe is कि कुछ लोग होते हैं जो genuinely sad होते हैं, और कुछ लोग होते हैं जो बहुत ही बचकानी चीज़ पे सैड बन के उसे दिखाते हैं। मतलब कि राइटली सैड कि सोशल मीडिया पे स्टोरीज लगा रहे हैं, या फिर जैसे इंस्टाग्राम पे नोट्स पे सैड गाने लगा रहे हैं। तो वो जो दिखावा होता है ना, आई जेन्युइनली डोंट अग्री विथ इट। बट कुछ लोग होते हैं जो जेन्युइनली उनके साथ कुछ हो रखा होता है। सो नॉट टू ब्लेम दोज पीपल, बट या इट इज़ बीइंग वेरी कॉमन कि हर चौथे बंदे पे ये हो रहा है कि भाई मेरे साथ ये बीत गया, भाई मेरे साथ वो बीत गया। पीपल आर वेरी लेस फोकसिंग ऑन द पॉजिटिव थिंग्स। ऑब्वियसली दोनों एक चीज़ के दो साइड्स होते हैं, लेकिन हर कोई नेगेटिव साइड देख के उसे शो करने को लगा।
तो खाली एग्जांपल है छोटा सा, पर किसी के अगर नंबर भी कम आते एग्जाम में थोड़े या कुछ पेपर नहीं होता,
बहुत जल्दी
यार छोटा सा कुछ अप डाउन आया तो लोग क्या यार मैं तो डिप्रेशन में चला गया हूँ,
राइट।
एंड दैट इज़ नॉट राइट। पीपल हैव टर्म्ड डिप्रेशन एज अ डिजीज एंड इट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली अनट्रू। आई थिंक इस पर काफ़ी एक बड़े आदमी ने जिसका नाम है मिस्टर एंड्रयू टेट, और उनके काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग व्यूज है इसके ऊपर। सो ही हैज़ राइटली सेड एंड आई एब्सोल्युटली बिलीव इन इट, विच इज़ की depression is not a disease, it's a emotional trigger in your life which tells you to change a situation X. So suppose कि अगर मेरे साथ कुछ बुरा होता है, so I will be sad, but I will not say कि मेरे को एक disease हो गई जिसका नाम depression है। ठीक है, that is untrue, और depression is just a biological trigger in your life to change the situation X and convert it into a better situation.
If I'm not wrong, what I know is कि Gen Z has the highest depression percentage among all the generations. I think it was somewhere around 56%. So, out of 156 people, in terms of percentage, have depression. That makes more than 1 out of 2 people. Of course, that wouldn't be possible, but approximately 1 out of 2, every 2 people, that is actually half, have depression.
So-called depression, right?
So-called
depression is
depression has become a new trend is sort of a
trend
thing.
sort of thing, right?
I don't know if it was so-called depression or what, because if the study was done,
So
they would have
RFC, if
actually
you literally
tested.
seeing it, अगर आधे लोगों को डिप्रेशन हो गया तो सोसाइटल कोलैप्स हो जाएगा, राइट? अब तो सपोज करके आधे लोग दुखी बैठे हैं तो कुछ काम तो कर नहीं रहे, प्रोडक्टिव वर्क तो कर नहीं रहे.
It
और
was a
actually
study.
अगर ऐसा हो रहा
It was
होता
a
तो-
study that said it. I am not making up my own
Exactly,
words.
but
but
who is the
of course-
person to judge कि आप depressed हो या नहीं?
I think that psychologists have some tests or some therapy. I think that would
आपका माइंडसेट इतना वीक हो चुका है, आप साइकोलॉजिस्ट के सामने बिहेव ही ऐसे कर रहे हो कि मैं डिप्रेस्ड हूँ, तो वो आपको इनपुट तो यही आउटपुट तो यही देगा ना कि आप डिप्रेस्ड हो, क्योंकि आप इनपुट ही वैसा दे रहे हो.
बट अगर किसी का बिहेवियर ऐसा है कि वो डिप्रेस है तो क्या पता डिप्रेशन हो.
आज तो मैं सेड कि कुछ लोग हैं जो जेन्युइनली फील कर रहे हैं वैसा, लेकिन मेजरली लोग ये है कि बहुत छोटी छोटी बातों को लेके ना
डिप्रेशन को टैकल करने का जो तरीका होता है टेस्ट की, आपको डिप्रेशन किसी चीज़ की वजह से, राइट? ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आई कॉट डिप्रेशन या कुछ बैक्टीरिया आगे से डिप्रेशन कर रहा है, ठीक है? आई एम नो मैं एक्सपर्ट की बात नहीं कर रहा, तो लिटरली सोच के बता, डिप्रेशन किसी सिचुएशन की वजह से क्रिएट होता है, राइट? सम सिचुएशन यू हैव वेंट थ्रू हैज़ पुट यू इनटू दैट सैड जोन. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू वर्क अपॉन इज कि यार ये मेरे साथ चीज़ हुई है, अब मैं इसको रेक्टिफाई कैसे करूँ या इससे अपने आप को बाहर कैसे निकालूँ, राइट? लोग क्या करते हैं, उसके बारे में सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट करेंगे, फालतू की सिंपैथी गेन करेंगे. कुछ लोग तो इतने एक्सट्रीम पर जाते हैं, वो डिप्रेशन की दवाइयाँ लेने जाते हैं, जैसे एज इफ देयर इज अ मेडिसिन फॉर डिप्रेशन, एंड दैट इज अनट्रू, राइट? डिप्रेशन इट्स अ वेरी वाइड प्रॉब्लम विद जेन ज़ी.
देखो डिप्रेशन अगर आप फील कर रहे हो कि आप डिप्रेस्ड हो, सो व्हाट आई बिलीव इज़ बेटर वे कि आप 2-3 दोस्त जो आपके बहुत अच्छे हैं, आप उनके साथ इसकी बात करो. दैट इज़ वैलिड कि आपको लो फील हो रहा है, आप उनके साथ आपने बात करी, अपनी चीज़ शेयर करी और आपको आउटपुट मिला, दैट इज़ वैलिड. बट आपने स्टोरी डाल दी, गाने डाल दिए सैड, और वो आप जो शो कर रहे हो ना, दैट इज़ काइंड ऑफ रॉन्ग थिंग.
अरे वो तो बस स्कूल बनने का सिंपैथी गेन करने वाली बात हो जाती है.
Chalo, further from depression, the thing that I personally feel is wrong with our generation is the habit to break rules and the habit, the leniency that we show. For example, I think we our generation, especially the part of the generation under the age of 20, I think, which is not allowed to drink or smoke, has taken up to vapes, has illegally tried to do drugs, cigarettes, and even tried alcohol. So don't you think that this is a very big problem for our generation? The UK legislation was also prompted to pass a bill against it. So I believe it was something like the people who are aged 16 or under in the year 2025 will never get to will never have the opportunity to buy cigarettes and maybe alcohol. I don't think it was there, but might be. So what do you think on this? Ki, they have passed a bill prohibiting people from buying cigarettes.
That should be done because कि सी सिगरेट्स, वेप्स, अल्कोहल एक्सेट्रा 10 चीज़ें हैं मार्केट में जिसको कूल का दर्जा दे दिया गया है कि यार अगर तुम ये करते हो सो यू विल बी एक्सेप्टेड इन द सोसाइटी. और उसको मतलब कई लोग ऐसे करते हैं टू सोशलाइज, या मैं ड्रिंक करता हूँ सोशली, ठीक है, तो किसी ओकेजन पे करता हूँ, ठीक है, या फिर कई लोग जेनजी जो है बेसिकली देयर इज अ कल्चर ऑफ क्लबिंग, क्लब में जाके पार्टी करते हैं. एंड मेरे ख्याल से सी देयर इज़ नथिंग रॉन्ग विद एन्जॉइंग लाइफ इज़ मेंट टू बी एन्जॉयड. ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब 24 घंटे मतलब काम ही करते रहो और काम में ही डूबे रहो. आई थिंक इट इज़ वैलिड टू एन्जॉय योर लाइफ और सबको करना चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से. पर यू नो डूइंग इट विद abusing your body, abusing your health on the cost of your health, I think anything, whether work or anything, should not be done at the cost of your health. And I think so the law is definitely correct for people aged who are age 16 or below should definitely not have the right to purchase these abusive substances. So yeah.
So one recent example would be the Pune car incident, because we could deeply resonate with that kid, like what could have been going in his mind, because I think he was around the age of 17 and 18, the age we are. So I don't think any of us have driven a car before, right? So the circumstances that prompted that person to drive the car and that led to the unfortunate events that night was, I think, very wrong. And I think the basic measure to control it would be rather self-control, because if he wouldn't have taken such serious measures or resorted to alcohol and driving under the influence, and that too being underage, I don't think that would have ever happened.
Okay, so to sum it all up, what Arav said is absolutely true. So our point to the viewers watching us is कि basically अपनी life को enjoy करो. ठीक है, you should definitely enjoy life. Life is meant to be enjoyed, but don't do it at the cost of your health. And please also think that you have a family. You have people outside your home who can be affected because of your wrong actions, as in the Pune accident case. So yeah, that's our message to the people watching this podcast.
So I think like if teenagers are doing anything, they should be open to it about the family. If they are like not open to it, मतलब वो कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं. And if वो कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं तो वो कर ही क्यों रहे हैं on the very first page?
Absolutely. तो हमारा मैसेज यही है कि अपनी फैमिली को डेफिनेटली इन्वॉल्व रखो. आपके घर पे पता होना चाहिए what you are doing exactly, ताकि you don't plunge yourself into that environment. आपको कुछ issues हो, at least you have a family you can speak openly to about that thing. Or definitely your family should be involved. You have responsibilities towards your family. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, just to end it up, I would also say or add कि if rules are making or things are prescribed to do in or methods are described to do certain things, please adhere to them. Because if the legal age of driving is 18 or 16 in some parts, the people who have thought would have rigorously researched ki what would be the safe age for to let people drive. And in similarly, where the drinking age in some parts of the world is 21 or some parts it is 25, it would also be quite well researched and well thought of to ensure public safety as well as the safety of the person consuming these substances.
Yes. Definitely, I think people should be conscious, very conscious with their decision making. और जो भी एक्शन आप कर रहे हो उसको खाली इसलिए मत करो कि सोसाइटी में ये बहुत प्रेवलेंट है, दिस इज सुपर कॉमन, तो मतलब आई एम ऑल्सो विलिंग टू ट्राई इट. I think you should definitely put your thought process into it, and you should be very conscious of the decision you are going to make and the repercussions you may face because of that very decision that you will.
Right, so moving on, I think that there is one more major problem with our generation. That would be our over advocacy, I would rather say, because I think the way we present our views and opinions have been quite imposing on others rather than just narrating them or sharing them. I think our generation has presented our views in a way that has prompted others to be a little aggravated.
Yeah, Arav, so that is true. So ठीक है, थोड़ा सा पहले मजाक में बात करते हैं. So I like gay people because see, ना अरे नहीं genuinely मैं बताता हूँ क्यों तुम्हें. देखो, एक तो बंदा खुद गया कंपटीशन से, नहीं सुन तो एक बंदा तो खुद गया कंपटीशन से, दूसरा एक को भी खींच के लेके गया. तो मेरे लिए तो बढ़ रहा है, लड़की भी छोड़ जाएगा, एक लड़की भी छोड़ जाएगा. ठीक है. इसको ऐसे लेते हैं on a serious point of view, talking about it. See, मेरे को किसी भी कम्युनिटी, हम में से किसी को भी, किसी भी कम्युनिटी, किसी भी लोग से कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक है. अगेन, तुम्हारी जिंदगी जैसी जीनी है जियो, वी हैव एब्सोल्युटली नो इशू विद इट. बट यू नो द इशू स्टार्ट्स व्हेन दे स्टार्ट इम्पोजिंग ऑन एवरीबडी एल्स, राइट? कि दे आर लाइक कि उनको, मेरे को कोई इशू नहीं है, आपको आपकी लाइफ जैसे लीड करनी है आप करो. पर जब आप ज़बरदस्ती उसका थोपते हो हमारे ऊपर, उसका कंटेंट दिखाते हो, यू नीड अ प्राइड मंथ, ठीक है, ज़बरदस्ती फ्लैग्स दिखाते हो, अननेसेसरी प्रोटेस्ट करते हो, ज़बरदस्ती के लॉज चाहिए. ठीक है. सो वहाँ पे आके इशू स्टार्ट होता है. अदरवाइज क्या इशू है, मतलब जैसे जिसको जो करना है वो करे.
Exactly. और अगर for example a man is imposing the same kind of thing, so that kind of become a violation to them. That is a sort of bad thing.
तो मेरा वही मैसेज है कि यार जिसको जो करना है वो करे, पर ज़बरदस्ती हमारे ऊपर थोपो मत उसको. So that's my point, yeah.
So LGBTQ is undoubtedly a small portion of the entire generation. What about the young activists advocating for the right to vote under the age of 18?
See, I think right to vote under the age of 18. Okay, अगर under the age of 18 का अगर आप वोट ब्रैकेट खोल देते हो, so पहली बात तो नंबर ऑफ वोटर्स काफ़ी सिग्निफिकेंटली इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. ठीक है. और अगर हम द प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ पीपल हु आर अगर आप उनका राइट टू वोट 18 अबव क्यों रखा पहले तेरे हिसाब से आ रहा? व्हाई डू थिंक द राइट टू वोट हैज़ बीन केप्ट अबव 18 टिल नाउ?
See, biologically speaking, 18 is a age जहाँ पे like आपकी बॉडी में जो चेंजेस हो रहे होते हैं एडोलेसेंस में, वो काफ़ी हद तक कंप्लीट हो चुके होते हैं. आपकी आवाज़ सेटल हो जाती है, आपकी हाइट स्टडी हो जाती है उस पॉइंट तक, एंड यू गेन सम फॉर्म ऑफ डिसेंसी. एंड बाय द एज ऑफ 18 यू वुड हैव कंप्लीटेड योर हाई स्कूल, यू वुड हैव गेन्ड द अप्रोप्रिएट नॉलेज टू मेक योर डिसीजंस कि कौन सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को वोट करना है. सो आई थिंक कि जब भी जिस कंट्री में भी या जहाँ से भी स्टार्ट हुए होंगे द लॉस कि 18 शुड बी द लीगल वोटिंग एज, इट वॉज राइटली केप्ट इन माइंड। बिकॉज अगेन मैं भी इस मूवमेंट के अगेंस्ट हूँ, बिकॉज अगर मान लीजिए आपने 18 से वोटिंग एज कम कर दी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 15 पे ले आए, तो जो 14 और 13 के है वो बोलेंगे हमें भी दो।
ठीक है, तो देख मैं तेरे पॉइंट पे अब ऐड ऑन करने वाला हूँ। तो मेरा व्यू इज़ कम्प्लीटली अपोजिट टू दिस। जो भी ये चीज़ हो रही है, एक्टिविज्म चल रहा है, मेरे को सो माई व्यू इज़ कि आई थिंक वोटिंग एज को पुश ओवर कर देना चाहिए 20+ के लिए। ये जिस तरीके के लोग टीन एज में से ख़त्म ही कर देते, 19 को भी राइट टू वोट हटा देना चाहिए, 20 अवर भी रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि आई थिंक 20+ पे ही जाके एक्चुअल मैच्योरिटी सेटल इन करती है।
Exactly.
एक आदमी के ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आती है और उसे रियल वर्ल्ड में सिचुएशंस फेस करनी पड़ती है। 18 तक भी कई लोगों का दिमाग ठीक से नहीं बैठता है।
Earlier, the 18 was the age considered कि इस एज पे मेच्योरिटी आ जाती है, बट nowadays we have seen कि 18 के बाद भी लोग बहुत ही immature act
बिहेव
करते
करते
हैं।
हैं। सो मेरा तो उस पे व्यू ही एकदम अपोजिट है, contrary to absolutely what's happening.
ठीक है।
So now that we have discussed the past and the present of Generation Z, what do you think is the future of Gen Z? Like by the time we get old, what millennials and our grandparents are today, how do you think the world would be? Would it be doomed as the comedian had stated, or would it be actually growing and prospering at unprecedented rates?
So what I think is, what I personally think is neither it will be a sort of boom or nor it will be a very slow progress, because Gen Zs are like nowadays they are focusing on their personal growth, right? उनको समझ आ गया है कि अब वो टाइम नहीं है जब आप बाप की रियासत पे जी सकते हो, आपको खुद से कुछ करना पड़ेगा, राइट? एंड दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव सीन कि स्टार्टअप्स हो रहे हैं बहुत ज़्यादा, और एजुकेशन पे फोकस हो रहा है। नॉट ओनली एजुकेशन, जेनजीज को ये भी समझ आ गया है कि हेल्थ भी कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो एज सच बूम भी नहीं होना चाहिए, व्हाट आई थिंक इज़, और बहुत ही स्लो प्रोग्रेस भी नहीं होगी।
मेरे ख्याल से Gen Zs will do good if they keep their core values strong, which is staying focused, taking good care of their health. बस यही दो मेन चीज़ है मेरे ख्याल से that are somewhere going missing in today's generation, और जिसको if we inculcate along with the access to internet which we have and the access to all the world which we have gained, I think अगर if it is coupled with sheer focus and great health, I think Gen Zs will move in the near future.
So you just told the metrics that would help Gen Z become successful leaders. So forget the metrics. Given the current state of our generation, would you bet on our future? Like if you were given say X amount of money, or you were asked to bet your reputation upon the success or their doom, so would you bet against them or in favor of them?
See, I am a part of Gen Z and I would never bet against my people. I belong to the generation. I have full faith in my people. Alright, हम सब Gen Z से belong करते हैं, right? और मेरे को लगता है कि this generation will do great and will surpass all the previous generations on the 2 points I mentioned earlier, which is focus and taking good care of their health.
I agree with Arman what he said, like Gen Z will be a boom in the future years, and I think like this generation is not a generation of hard workers but smart workers instead. And if the smart workers and hard workers are put together, like all of the smart workers put in some extra efforts and work hard, they'll be able to achieve more. And this generation has a lot of competition. आज के टाइम पे जैसे 800 में से 780 790 चाहिए होते हैं CUETs, and this is the minimum score to get into a good college, SRCC types. So like people know how to work hard if they are rigorously like गिर रहे अपने आप को दिन के 6 7 घंटे.
Yeah, right. Absolutely true. Alright, guys. So I think it was a great conversation. We have reaped a lot from this, and hopefully Gen Z will do good. Youth Insights signing out. Catch you in the next one. Thank you.